Welcome to Cloud Tech Tamil channel. Today we are going to start a new course, Azure Solution Architect. Exam code is AZ-305. Exam name is Designing Azure Infrastructure Solution. So if you see the Azure certificates, these are all the various Azure certificates available. Here you can see fundamental. So you can see this is a fundamental exam AZ-900. If you completed this exam, then you can take this one Azure Administrator AZ-104. Once you completed this one Azure Administrator exam, you can directly go and take the Solution Architect Expert exam AZ-305. Earlier we had AZ-303, AZ-304. Last year Microsoft has discontinued those certificates and introduced a new certificate called AZ-305. You can directly take this exam after completing and passed the Azure Admin exam AZ-104. So for writing this Solution Architect Expert exam AZ-304, you must complete, you must pass this Azure exam AZ-104. Let us see the AZ-305 exam syllabus. In AZ-305 we have 4 modules. First module is Design, Identity, Governance and Monitoring Solution. Almost 30 to 35% of question comes from this one. Second module is Design Data Storage Solution. Third module is Design Business Continuity Solution. Fourth is Design Infrastructure Solution. If you see in our channel, all videos are in Tamil except this one. So I am going to start this course in English because if you as a solution architect, as a Azure solution architect expert, as a cloud architect, we will interact with various people like clients, customers, your team, where you have to communicate, you have to connect with all these stakeholders in English only. So we can, so I will take this course in English. If you completed all these four modules and you are going to write the exam, AZ-305 Designing Azure Infrastructure Solution. After passing this exam, Microsoft will provide a certificate like this. You will receive the certificate. So everything will be online only. They will send you this certificate in your Microsoft account, that is Outlook account online. Let us see the exam syllabus. The exam AZ-305 Designing Microsoft Azure Infrastructure Solution. To write this exam, you should have some good knowledge in Azure environment. You should be a subject matter expert. If you pass this exam, it will help you to get a job as a cloud architect, solution architect, and you should have some commanding knowledge in that one. Let us go and see the study syllabus. The syllabus was AZ-305 was updated in October 28, 2022, almost 4-5 months back. So these are all the 4 modules covered in the exam. The first module is Design, Identity, Governance and Monitoring Solution. It will cover 25 to 30% of question in the exam. In the first module, the first chapter is design a solution for logging and monitoring. Design a log routing solution. When you deploy a Azure resources in cloud, for each and every resources we have to enable the logging and monitoring. Because if any one of the Azure services goes down, how can we detect that one? How can we identify what is the root cause for the service outage? So for that one, we have to enable the logging and store those all the logs in a centralized location like a log analytic workspace, and we have to analyze it. So we can implement a appropriate level of loggings. We can enable subscription level logging logs. We can enable resource group level logs. We can enable resource level logs. And also we have to use several monitoring tool for to monitor the Azure resources. So these are all things will be covered in the first chapter, logging and monitoring. Second chapter is design authentication authorization solution. So in this chapter we will see what are all the Azure airbag roles, Azure AD airbag roles. What are all the identity management solution available like PHS, pass-through authentication, password has synchronization, federation. So several types of identity management solution we will see in that one. And we will see how to secure the identities by using multi-factor authentication, PIM, privileged identity management, and conditional access policies. How to secure Azure Active Directory. So these are all the things we will cover in the second chapter. Third one is governance. How we can implement a hierarchical structure for all Azure resources. How can we use the management groups? How to organize all the Azure subscription? How to organize all the Azure resources? How to enforce auditing compliance? This will be covered in governance. Next one is identity and access for application. In our organization, we will use a lot of on-prem application, cloud application. For cloud application, how can we integrate those cloud application with our Azure AD? How to securely store our password and secrets? How to integrate all those applications with the Azure AD? These are all the things will be covered in the identity and access for application. Second module is data storage solution. Almost 25% to 30% of question will be covered in this module. Here we will see what are all the different types of database plans. We used to deploy Azure SQL database, NoSQL, Cosmos DB, different types of databases in our cloud infrastructure. So we will see what are all the various service tier and sizing for the database. How to scale the database. Suppose if you go with a small database, after 6 months, it will fill up the entire database. After that, we have to increase the database size. That is scaling. In databases, we have a lot of service tiers like standard, premium, basics, standard, premium. And how to encrypt data in the databases. And then data integration. So there are lot of topics regarding the databases, data storage, blob storage, queue storage, hot tier, cold tier, archive tier. Those are all the things will be covered in this second module. The third module is business continuity solution where 10 to 15% of question will be covered. In business continuity, we will study backup and disaster recovery. What are all the recovery solutions for Azure Hybrid, on-prem or closed? What is RTO? What is RLO? What is RPO? So what are the recovery solution for Docker containers? Containers in Azure. Backup and recovery solution for compute, that is VMs. Backup and recovery solution for databases, SQL databases, Cosmos DB, and unstructured data. We will also cover high availability. How the high availability implemented in Azure, like availability set, availability zones, virtual machine scale set. How to implement high availability for VMs, databases, apps. The third module. The fourth module, that is infrastructure solution, where 25 to 35% of question will be covered. Here we will see how to design a complete solution, like virtual machine. What are the various sizes of virtual machines available? How to select the best one? What is a Docker container? How to implement Docker container in Azure? What is serverless computing? And then we will see the application architecture. What is caching solution for application? Messaging architecture, event hub, event driven architecture, automated deployment, how to deploy automatically, how to use Terraform to deploy resources in Azure cloud, and then application configuration management by using Azure DevOps, and then API integration. Next is migration. What is cloud adaptation framework for Azure? How to migrate on-prem servers to the cloud? How to migrate data and application to the cloud? How to migrate databases, migrating unstructured data. These are all the various topics we will cover in last module in designing migrations. In last module, fourth module, last chapter is network solution. We will see what is the network architecture we will implement in our cloud infrastructure. What is gateway subnet? What is firewall subnet? So how to implement different subnet in a cloud infrastructure? How to connect on-prem to Azure cloud? How to optimize the network performance for applications? Network security groups, and then load balancing. What is external load balancer? What is internal load balancer? What is public load balancer? So these are all the topics will be covered in the network solution. So after completing this course, you will get some good knowledge in implementing and designing the Azure infrastructure, Azure cloud infrastructure. So you will be act as a SME, solution subject matter expert with some good and depth knowledge in Azure. Thanks for watching this video. We will connect in next video.